Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video we're going to break down the best day of the week to visit each Walt Disney World theme park. And of course, so many families are dreaming of that perfect Disney vacation, but of course, with a Disney vacation does come those dreaded crowds. And it's important to note that you are not alone. Planning the perfect Disney World vacation can feel like you are navigating a maze, especially when it comes to picking the best days in the park. But for those of you who do not know, my name is Mike and I am the owner of the Park Prodigy, and I am a previous Walt Disney World cast member, so I like to think I know a thing or two when it comes to planning Walt Disney World vacations. And what if I told you that there actually is a secret to avoiding the chaos and making the most out of your magical vacation? And that's why today we're diving deep into the best days to visit each Walt Disney World park based on the past 12 months worth of wait time data. And of course, stick around till the end because I'm going to have some additional tips and tricks to make sure that you get the most out of your next Disney World vacation. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we're about to break down the best days to visit each Walt Disney World park. And of course, timing does matter when it comes to picking the best day of the week to visit each of the Disney World parks. So many families will come to Walt Disney World for 7 days, and one of the biggest things that we see is, of course, everyone's excited to come down on either a Sunday or Monday and kind of hit the park. So there are, certain days, especially that Monday in particular, we're going to talk about a lot because it typically is going to be the busiest day in Walt Disney World. So we're kind of going to plan around that. And of course, we do have to take into account locals, right? Florida locals love Walt Disney World, especially EPCOT when it has one of those famous festivals going on. So we do have to be mindful of that. And of course, new for really, this has been going on for a while now, but something that we're looking at the time of the recording of this video in 2025 is going to be what's going on at the Disney World hotels. What type of benefits are they giving? Because of course, we do have a brand new extra half hour in the morning. So anyone who's staying at a Walt Disney World hotel can get into any of the 4 Disney World parks up to 30 minutes early to enjoy some of the most popular rides. But one of the things that we believe is affecting wait time and crowds at the parks is Disney Deluxe After Hours, where essentially Disney keeps some of the parks open for extending evening hours on select dates. It's really mostly going on at Epcot and Magic Kingdom. However, around New Year's of 2025 anyway, we did see it going on at Animal Kingdom as well, which was new. So we have to take all this into account as we're trying to figure out what are the best days to visit each Disney World park. Okay, so now that we kind of explained what we're looking at, why we're looking at it, let's jump into the fun. Let's start with Magic Kingdom Park, which is a park that's very dear to my heart, as I actually am a former Disney World cast member, and I sold tickets at the front of Magic Kingdom Park, and I've seen firsthand the patterns when it comes to crowds that can change over time. And of course, the reason why we're starting with Magic Kingdom is because this really is the park that comes to most people's mind. Like, this is the park that even if you only have 1 day, 2 days, like, you are going to this park, in my opinion, when you are visiting Walt Disney World. So the best days to visit Magic Kingdom based on the past 12 months of data are going to be Sunday, Friday, and Thursday. And I can tell you this is something that's very, very new based on what we have seen in the past. Now, the worst day to visit Magic Kingdom is going to be Monday. So most people, when they come down to Walt Disney World, like I said, they're either visiting Magic Kingdom and they're going to visit it, even if they only have 2 days, or if you're visiting for a week, a lot of families will visit Magic Kingdom for multiple days because Magic Kingdom has over 40 attractions and it is the one park that is the toughest to get through in 1 day. So typically from a crowd standpoint, what we'll see is everyone will kind of start at Magic Kingdom on a Monday, and then they'll kind of double back down as they get further into their vacation on either Wednesday and Thursday. And I think you can kind of see it in the data where it's like, okay, well, that's why Friday was a day that typically was a little bit busier, but it is one of the best days to visit. And just be sure to stick around till the end because I actually will give a sample itinerary for families. Like, this is pretty much how I would visit Walt Disney World if I personally was planning 7 days at the parks. And if you are liking this video so far, please just be sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video, as I have a lot more similar content coming out in the coming weeks to get you as prepared as possible. Okay, but let's jump over to another really fun park, and we have EPCOT. So EPCOT is a really popular park, like I said, among the Florida locals, specifically because it has some of the most popular events, really festivals going on throughout the year. So there are 4 festivals typically throughout the year, and we have Festival of the Arts, EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival, EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival, and the Festival of the Holidays around the holiday time. Now, this is another very popular park, of course, for adults visiting Walt Disney World. And with that, there are some days that are better than others when it comes to avoiding the crowd. So typically, we are seeing the best days right in the middle. So we have Wednesday as the best day to visit EPCOT. We also have a weekend day of Sunday, and then we have Tuesday. So those are the 3 best days to visit. And the worst day for EPCOT is also going to be Monday. Now, this is one of the parks that I think has actually been impacted by the Disney Deluxe after hours. And that's why families who are coming to Walt Disney World, it's kind of, if you see that this park is open for a couple extra hours at night, you're going to want to go to this park in order to take advantage of that. Now, not every single family has park hopper tickets, which allows you to visit more than one park within the day. So if you want to get the most out of your day, of course, you're going to lean towards where Disney has the parks open a little bit later. And that's kind of the cool thing about it, is that, that's why we could see that some of the crowd levels in the parks and the data is changing over time. Let's say compared to 2019 to 2025, the best days are different, which is why videos like this are so very important. And for those of you wondering at home, I got the data from a website called Q Times, which is a public website. You can go look up this data yourself. I just went and I looked, and I'm creating this video. So over to the next Disney World park, and we have Disney's Hollywood Studios, which is really popular amongst Star Wars fans, Toy Story fans, and of course just fans of the movies in general. So the best days to visit over at Hollywood Studios right now are going to be Wednesday, Sunday, and then Saturday. So very similar to EPCOT in the first 2 days, but then we are mixing it up a little bit, and the data saying that Saturday is the 3rd best day to visit Hollywood Studios. Now, jumping over to the worst day, right now it looks like the worst day is going to be Friday. And so over to the 4th Walt Disney World park, and it was actually interesting. Animal Kingdom, the crowds were actually pretty consistent. And what I mean by that is they weren't as significant as the other 3 Disney World parks, but there really wasn't that much of an edge between, let's say 2, 3, and then 4. Right? Number 1 was a clear winner in the best day to visit Animal Kingdom is going to be Wednesday, but then Thursday and Tuesday came in at 2 and 3, and they were pretty consistent. It was very, very close. And even after that, it was really close. It's moderately crowded at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And then over to the worst day, and we have right now Saturday as being the worst day to visit Animal Kingdom. And the other thing that I thought was really interesting and important to note is that when it comes to Lightning Lane prices can kind of give you a little bit of a clue as far as which days are better. And we're seeing right now Monday is the most expensive day for the multi-pass Lightning Lane. Okay, so then tying into this, some of the other tips and tricks on helping you really pick the best days to visit each Disney World park for you and your family. Some of the things that we personally look at is pay attention to ticket pricing. Ticket pricing, of course, can give you a clue as to when Disney World expects it to be a little bit busier, especially because one-day ticket pricing is different for each of the 4 Disney World parks. And so then when looking at the data, we actually saw 29 out of the top 180 cheapest days of the year on a Tuesday, 26 on a Sunday, and 25 on a Wednesday. So really interesting when looking at the data. And of course, just in general, right, a lot of families used to think that the summertime was the busiest time of year, but you can really get a sense of, when is Disney releasing promotions. At the time of the recording in this video, Disney actually has a free dining promotion that is going on right now, and it's going on specifically for the summer of 2025. And one of the other tips and tricks, we've spoke about the Disney Deluxe after hours, but one of the tips that I would say, if you want to take advantage of the after hours, but don't want to be, hit with the big crowds that typically come during the day, I would suggest looking at a park hopper ticket, because what you could do is you could go and you could take advantage of the lower crowds at, let's say, some of the other Disney parks, and then park hop over to that park and take advantage of the extra hours at night. Of course, you do have to be staying at a Disney Deluxe resort in order to take advantage of the extra hours at this point in time. And another great one that we love is if you're visiting during Halloween or Christmas season, possibly visit Magic Kingdom during a special ticketed event. Now, because Disney does have a special event going on at night that you need a strict ticket for, Magic Kingdom Park will close at 6 o'clock. But what most people don't expect is because of that, a lot of people stay away from Magic Kingdom on event nights, so you can actually take advantage of lower crowds during the day. The only thing I will say is you won't be able to see the fireworks show at night, which kind of breaks it for me. I prefer to deal with the crowds and see the fireworks, just because it's something that I love. But it is a great tip that I see a lot of people talking about online. Okay, but now that you know the best days to visit, how do we put this all together? Let's create a possible 6-day Disney World itinerary based on everything we just learned today. So, like I said, what so many families love to do is kind of visit Magic Kingdom on their first day in the park. So what I would typically suggest to do is I would fly in on Saturday. Another really cool thing that Disney's doing right now is any guest who stays in an official Disney World hotel, Disney is giving you a free admission to one of the Disney water parks on the day you check in. So you could fly in on Saturday and you could take advantage of some hours at one of the Disney water parks that day. Then on Sunday, of course, we're going to visit the most popular park, which is Magic Kingdom. Then on Monday, I would go to Hollywood Studios. On Tuesday, I would break it up and I would do a rest day, kind of hang out in your hotel, relax a little bit, recover, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. On Wednesday, I would go to EPCOT. On Thursday, I would go back to Magic Kingdom. And then on Friday, I would go to Disney's Animal Kingdom. So you can see right there within a 6-day vacation, you were able to hit all 4 Disney World theme parks plus a Disney water park. But that is it, everyone. Those are essentially the best days of the week to visit each Walt Disney World theme park. We actually do have a crowd calendar over at theparkprodigy.com if you do need a little additional help trying to pick the slowest times of year to visit the Disney parks. And of course, if you want my help, my team's help planning an amazing Disney World vacation, you can fill out the questionnaire right below in the comment section, and we would love to help you plan an amazing trip. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code you can go use on our website to save an extra $25 off your next Disney World trip, and that promo code is going to be YouTube25. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.